on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So, hey, it is Angelique Marnier, and I wanted to go over today. I really want to get into what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur, especially an entrepreneur online. Okay, what is it going to take to make it in this space? Hey, beautiful brand, how are you? Thanks for jumping on. I'm going over money making mindset tips for successful entrepreneurs today because this comes up pretty often in my Facebook group. Again, financially free female entrepreneurs. But people come up, people bring it up to me all the time. So I'm like, hey, let me go over what's worked for me and what's been working for my clients and what I've been coached on by other people who are successful entrepreneurs from my mentors. So first and foremost, and this one comes up a lot of times in the mindset, we're wondering, am I good enough? Is this going to work? I hear a lot of people talking about, imposter syndrome. So in order to make it in the online space as an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, so you can be an entrepreneur, right? Anybody can be an entrepreneur. It just means you don't have a boss or something like that. But if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, by success, I mean you have clients and that you're out there helping them and that you're getting paid to do so. That's how I'm defining successful. Other people might say other things, I'm going by impact, how many people you help, and that you're actually making money. In order to do that, and just to quantify what I mean by successful, you got to have some type of belief about yourself, okay? You've got to have something that people want to follow. You've got to have some confidence about yourself. If you are selling in the online space, coaching, or if you have a book, or if you have a course, or if you want to, maybe you're a speaker, things of that nature, all of those things, maybe you want to do some virtual summits and stuff like that. You guys, you got to have some type of belief about yourself, some type of confidence, some type of something that people actually want to follow you. So that would be my biggest thing there. There has to be something with regards to, something to where you do believe in yourself. Okay. Because that's really I'll be honest, if you don't believe in yourself, it's hard to get anybody else to follow you and to believe in you as well. So that's why I started with that. The mindset has to be, I believe in myself, okay? That's going to be the first thing you need to work on if you're new in the entrepreneurial space, or if you've been doing this for a while, or if you haven't got the traction or you're not making the money. That's enough to make you not believe in yourself, right? So I just want to encourage you, if you're thinking about getting into the entrepreneurial space or you're in there now, definitely you're going to have some confidence about you and believe in yourself, because a lot of times, and I speak to people all the time, I just spoke with a client today, and their spouse wasn't really on board, doesn't believe in them, doesn't believe in the idea, doesn't believe that people will buy. So if nobody else believes in you, you got to believe in yourself. That's just entrepreneur one-on-one. If you want to be a business owner, you're going to have some type of belief in yourself and God, or whatever your higher power is. You got to have some belief. There has to be some belief there. Okay. And then you also, another thing you are going to have to hone in on is you're going to have to adapt, okay? Because there's going to be some things that don't go your way, or some things to where you thought this was going here, and then all of a sudden everything turns left. You're going to have to adapt. We saw what happened in COVID, right? Some people made it. Some restaurants made it, right? Some did not. Some restaurants decided, oh, okay, well, I'm going to just start doing deliveries. Or I am going to now switch up, and you can start, coming here, buying stuff, and then leaving. Like, if you didn't pivot or figure out some type of adjustment during COVID, that was our that was a game changer. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to be adaptable and bend sometimes. Like, if you're thinking everything's going to line up and it's just going to be like domino effect, like you hit this and then everything's on. No, it's I'm not claiming that for you, but I haven't seen that. And I've studied a lot of entrepreneurs and I've worked with a lot of entrepreneurs, and I've been coached by entrepreneurs. You have got to be adaptable, be willing to bend, be willing to be coached. I would say that too. Be willing to be Mussolini, how are you? Ooh, Mussolini, I would love to. Hey, Britt Veg, how you doing? I'm going over the money-making mindset. So the first one was you got to believe in yourself. You got to have some confidence. If you don't believe in yourself, which I know you guys do, if you don't believe in yourself, I don't know who else is going to follow you and who's going to buy whatever. If you have a product, you got lashes or waist trainers, and you're trying to sell in the online space, you got to have some confidence about you. But we also were saying you got to be adaptable. Like, please make sure that you're not expecting everything to go as planned. Like, be adaptable. Be willing to move with the trends. If everybody's, at one point in time, everybody was on this platform. Well, now a lot of people are on other platforms. You got to be willing to adapt. and change and reiterate and go back in and tweak things. Like, so definitely I wrote down here to be adaptable to changes, challenges. I think that's a big one. That's really, really a big one to me. Also, and this is for my people who like to meditate and visualize and all that, you're going to have to do that, because there are going to be days when you want to give up. And if you don't have a why or a picture or something that is giving you life, you are more likely to give up. Okay, so I encourage you to have some type of goal that you're looking to hit and write those goals down. We all know you're supposed to write goals down. If you haven't written your goals, there's still, we still got 2.5 months left in this year. You can write down some goals, but visualize, like really see it, because there's so many studies that show if you visualize and you feel it and you really can see it, you're more attracted and you're more in line to hit those goals and hit that. So even if you take, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and you just zone out and just see yourself. You guys, I do this every day in the morning, and even I try to do it before I go to bed. I'm not always successful at that one because I fall asleep, but just start seeing yourself, really zone into, because it's going to, once you start seeing yourself taking vacations and being on that stage and people, everybody wanting your book, like all that stuff. What's up, Z? You're more likely to win. Honestly, and scientific proof is there. Okay, so definitely start hitting the goals, having the goals placed. I look at my goals on a daily basis. I don't always have goals. I'll be honest with you, but when I've written them down and I looked at them on a daily basis, things happen. And I do visualize. If you need a vision board, get a vision board. And it doesn't have to be a bunch of pictures. It could be one picture of a vacation spot, or you as a millionaire, you holding money, or you whatever you want to do, you with your book, your best-selling book. But have a vision, have a goal. That's another thing. And then I gotta say this one, you gotta learn from your failures quickly. And I know nobody wants to talk about failures, but I've had several in my business. Okay, I've told you guys about how I have gone and done a master class or something like that, and or I've been on a live and there's nobody there. I've been there, I've done that, and you got to learn from it. So when that happens, what do I have to do? I got to figure out, why didn't anybody show up, or why didn't anybody like this post? You got to learn from your failures quickly, and don't continue to do the same failing activity over and over and over again. Nothing wrong with testing. I would say, test things out. Give it 90 days, give it 60 days. But if something's not working at all, we got to scrap it. Remember, we said we got to be adaptable. So we tried something, it didn't work. Let's adapt to the next thing. We had a challenge, and we didn't, that thing didn't work. That was a challenge. Let's adapt to it. This is key, you guys, because there's so many things I have tried, ads and, Google ads. And I did these Google ads this year. Actually, I tried Google ads. Bless Child, what's up, my girl? How's it going? So good to see you. I'll tell you guys, this year I tried doing Google ads. And when I tell you my calendar was booked, all these people booking on my calendar, and none of them showed up. So I had a book calendar. I was booked and busy, excited. None of these people showed up. It was like a bot or something that was just going in and filling. It was horrible. It was a failure. It was money I spent out, and money did not come back in as a result. What did I have to do? I tried it for a certain amount of time. I didn't give that 90 days. I may have gotten that 30 or maybe 60. And then I had to let it go. I didn't want to let it go because I was told Google ads would work. But these are the things, you guys, you got to learn from your failures. If something's not working, be okay with letting it go. If something is working, repeat it over and over and over again, though, you guys. If something is working, run with that. And, double down on it. I'm always, I'm big on that. Like for me, what works right now is I do master classes. Oh, shout out to myself, okay? I do a master class. Hey, Blessed Child. Gardine, how's it going? But yeah, I do a master class. And if you guys want to jump in, my master class is tomorrow, which is Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Give myself a shout out. But that's something new that I'm doing on a more consistent basis. And I got to learn from it. I got to tweak it. I've had to figure out why people show up or why people don't show up. So if that's something you want to get into, start doing webinars or something, because that's a great way to promote yourself. It's a great way to promote your book. Great way to promote your course, great way to promote yourself in general, to show people that, maybe you're a coach, maybe you want to help other people. It's a great way, you guys, a tremendous way. Webinars are a great way, or masterclasses are a great way to do that. So something I've tried that didn't work was Google Ads. Something that I tried that didn't work was webinars and masterclasses. So, but if I wouldn't have tried to do any of these things, I had to try a bunch of stuff and then see what worked and then double down on whatever is working. And the last thing I wanted to make sure is that you guys know you got to be resilient. So once you do have those failures, like I said, learn from them, but get back up. I've been knocked down probably more this year than I would like to talk about. I've had a lot of things that I tried, or things that, certain things, you put money towards things and things, but you got to be resilient. Okay. The setbacks, I know nobody wants to hear this, but they do make you stronger. They do make you learn from them. Resilience is key. It is, Gardi. And you are very resilient yourself, I have to say. I love that about you. But yeah, you guys, we got to be resilient. You got to be able to, and when I say resilient, I'm not just like, well, just get back out there. No, I really want you to key in on what didn't work and then how you are going to switch that up. I think that's really the money-making mindset, is that, oh, I'm just going to get back up. No, you got to get back up with a plan. What's the new plan? I encourage you to figure out what's the new plan. What is the new plan that you're going to put into action? And I think that's going to be a big one too, is planning. Like I said, plan for the next 90 days or 60 days or something like that. So those are the 5 keys that I have found that have helped me in my journey to be a successful entrepreneur. It's believing in myself and having a confidence about myself each and every day. Just me believing in myself when nobody else, because a lot of times your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your mom, your dad, your spouse, your kids, they might not believe in you. But if you know you got something, and I was just reading this book, The Science of Getting Rich, execute. You got to execute. Yeah, that's a big one. That's key. But yeah, The Science of Getting Rich, I'm reading this book, and he was saying that if you can find something that will help advance other people, you'll always make money. So just think about that, you guys. What can you do to advance other people? Because you'll always make money. And if you have that confidence, like, hey, I can help you advance in your mental health, in your physical health, in your your weight loss journey, in your money journey, in your meditation journey. If you can help people advance, you'll always get paid. But you got to believe that you can help them get there. Another thing that I said is that you really have to be able to adapt and change with the times. Like I said, things change all the time. At the beginning of this year, a lot of people weren't spending money because they thought the economy. Now things have switched. So you got to switch. Like in the beginning, my message that worked in 2022 didn't work in 2023. I had to switch up my messaging as to what was going on with the economy and recession and things of that nature. What's up, John? I had to switch things up. What was working in that was not working in 2023. So I had to switch up. And then the economy started getting better and people stopped talking about recession and the great, resignation. So I had to switch that up, so you got to be able to bend and be adaptable for sure. Also visualize, have the goal in front of you, whether you do a vision board or you do something, one piece of paper that's you on vacation, have a vision of some sort. For me, I do zone out, you know what I'm saying? In the morning, I am visualizing what I want. I need to do this to get into my subconscious at night. I'm not as pristine about it. I'm working on that. But yeah, you guys have a goal and visualize it. See yourself seeing it. And I know it's kind of woo-woo, but it's really going to be what pushes you through when you want to give up. You got to have a why, something that's pushing you. If you don't have a why, you're going to give up. So do that. Be able to, like I said, change, be able to change, innovate. Make sure you're doing that. Have more than one revenue stream if you can as an entrepreneur. I think that's key. That's a big one. And then resilience. Being able to bounce back up, but with a plan. Bouncing back up is great, but if you are going to redo the same stuff you did before, that's the definition of insanity, right? Doing something over and over, expecting a different result. When you are resilient, come back up, but with a plan of how you're going to execute differently. And then something that Gurdeep brought up, which is really good. You got to execute. You got to take action. A lot of times I see people and they're not taking any action. Put that post up, tell people about your services. Just, planning is a must. Yeah, totally. But yeah, Gardi, you brought a good point. You got to execute. You got to take action. Like I said, put up that post, tell people about your book, tell people you have a coaching program. My client today, so excited for her, Tiffany. She got her first client today. But if she wouldn't have told people about it, she never would have got that new client, right? So don't be afraid to tell people about your services. Those who want you will attract to you, and those who don't, that's okay. No harm, no foul. But if you don't tell people you're available, or what you have available, they're never going to buy from you. And that's selfish, right? Because you're scared, you're not going to tell people about your service while they're over there struggling. That's not fair. Tell people about your service. The people who gravitate towards you, they'll buy from you. And that's got to be the mindset, right? The mindset is better to try and fail than never all day, than never to try it all, never try it all. You know what you're going to say on your deathbed? Man, I should have tried that. That could have worked. Or I know we've all done it. Look at me like, I had that idea too. I should have just came out with it. Or, we all see people who are less qualified than us doing stuff that we could be doing. And the only reason they're winning is because they just came out the box. They decided to get up and tell people. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you making money. I want you to have that money-making mindset. The mindset of, I got this. I believe in myself. I am resilient. I will get back up. I'm going to innovate. I'm going to be flexible. Like all of those things are the things I have watched myself work on, and I still work on it to this day, so that my mindset can be power-packed and ready to win the day. So again, if you guys want to and want more tips like this, I am doing my Wealthy Wednesday. I'm doing a masterclass tomorrow, which is Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'd love to have you in there. I'm showing you how to make cash flow from what you already know and how to really get into the digital space, make money, and how to, I really want to show you how to take what you already know, what you're already good at, and turn it into money so that it can be more of a passive revenue stream and you don't have to work so hard. So if that's something you are digging, feel free to click the link in the bio, wherever it is somewhere. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you to everybody who stayed to the end. I appreciate you. See you later. Oops. That's it.